Hey guys, and how about we watch a death battle, Chun-Li vs Mai Shiranui. First, of course, I am going to watch the entire thing, so make sure to click here to see the official release so you don't get spoiled or anything like that. Also, it's just good to support them because they're awesome. I love how doing this, I get like a big old shadow in my face now. Anyway, I also feel that I should warn people, as I did for Felicia vs Taokaka, the characters in this might be kind of scantily clad, as I put it. In other words, they might be a little bit inappropriate, so for the younger crowd, you should keep that in mind, or for anyone who might not want to see that. In addition, Boomstick is probably going to be his own awesome perverted self, which, you know, lovable, but again, not entirely appropriate all the time, so just keep that in mind. So now to actually talk a little bit about it before we watch it. I don't know either of the characters, which is kind of usual when I watch Death Battle, as you should know by now. Chun-Li, I believe, from a Google search, is from Street Fighter, whereas Mai Shiranui is from, what was it, Fatal Fury, King of the Fighters? Those two games, I think. They were along those lines, the titles were at least. So they're both obviously skilled enough to take part in those fighting games, but I'm not sure what the differences are in those universes. I'm not sure like if one universe is just kind of more powerful than the other, because that happens in games. It just does. I'm not sure really what their own feats and skills are, like their capabilities. I could have looked some stuff up, but I didn't because I figured I might as well just have this one be like super blind, right? So with that said, let's get to watching. Here we go. Chun-Li vs Mai Shiranui. Let's see what they have to say.
When it comes to fighting, combatants come in all shapes and sizes.
And I'm liking the shapes and sizes on these two.
Chun-Li, the strongest woman in the world.
Mai Shiranui, the queen of fighters.
He's Boomstick and I'm Wizard, and it's our job to analyze their weapons,
We're
armor,
good
and
so
skills
far.
to find out who would win a death battle.
Their sprites are interesting, I'll give them that.
Chun-Li, first lady of
Chun,
the
not
fighting
Chun,
game.
I'm sorry.
Famous for abusing the Thigh Master.
Chun-Li is a detective for Interpol and has gone through rudimentary police combat training. She
Okay.
is also trained with Gen, a friend of her father's and legend of the Chinese fighting underworld.
But she
That would
never
help.
did finish her training with him. Does
Oh.
anyone ever finish their training? Seriously. Well, I guess it's not totally her fault. After Bison killed her dad, Gen just kind of disappeared on her.
Oh.
What a dick.
Since then, Chun-Li's been chasing after Bison for vengeance. She is
Okay.
trained in defensive Tai Chi and is skilled in a fast-paced kickboxing variant of Kenpo. She prefers speed over strength, using a combination of rapid strikes to pressure an opponent.
That can really
And
help.
if you can't tell by looking at them, her legs are pretty damn powerful. She can
I'd
even
imagine
kick people
so.
through solid brick. Still,
Oh.
her strength doesn't just lie in those legs. She's strong enough to toss things around as big as a couch.
Her main attacks include the unbelievable
Wish I could
fast
do
lightning
that.
legs, the unpredictable axe kick, and the physics-defying spinning bird kick.
I wouldn't mind taking a ride on that helicopter.
She can also focus her natural ki energy to create the Kokoken, a slow, limited
Kokoken.
ranged attack.
And the Kako Show is basically a super version of that. An enormous ball of energy strong enough to stop a speeding car.
Her
Ooh,
detective skills were
cool.
instrumental in taking down the criminal organization Shadaloo, and after the
video
tournament,
looks
Chun-Li
cool.
became a martial arts teacher. However, she has yet to win any
Alright,
major
X-Men
tournament
member,
and
what?
failed to kill Bison to avenge
That's
her father.
awesome.
She was able to rescue one of her students from Urien, but turns out Urien let her win, wanting only to test her skills.
Also, it seems Chun ends up having to be rescued a lot, usually by Guile.
Oddly enough, her most notable award is placing 6th in an international shooting competition, despite
Wow.
rarely carrying a gun.
Well, I guess things wouldn't be too fair if she brought a gun to a street fight. Round 1, bang! Winner!
Despite this, Chun-Li is
That'd be
certainly
fun, though.
capable of holding her own, and has consistently proven to be one of the toughest contenders in the Street Fighter tournaments.
You
Okay.
ready for this?
That was a sudden transition
Mai
to this.
Shiranui is, well,
Holy crap, look at those things!
Mai is a ninja of the Shiranui clan and has been trained by both
She's
her
not
grandfather
even
and the
trying.
perverted yet famously deadly Jubei Yamada.
He brought a whole new meaning to wax on, wax off.
She
Ah.
has extensive training in the Shiranui Ryu fighting styles. From her grandfather, Mai learned the Koboken technique, specializing in pressure points and bone snapping. With
Ow.
Jubei, Mai trained in close combat judo.
Mai's pretty fast, but focuses on single, powerful strikes to punch through an enemy's defenses.
Huh.
The only downside to this is if she misses one, she's left wide open.
Her flying squirrel Furiante and deadly
Boomstick.
ninja attacks help her control the field of battle, and she uses clever fake-outs to trip up her foe.
And she
Hmm.
has an unlimited amount of steel fans she can throw, which I guess she keeps in her non-existent bra.
That's right.
Because
Really?
why not?
I was just making a joke
Oh.
about her giant boobs.
Speaking of her outfit,
Or lack thereof.
while it's unrestrictive, it isn't exactly form-fitting either. However,
No.
as a testament to her training and balance, it doesn't seem to bother her. She wears it for kunoichi, a female ninja method of sensually distracting the foe before striking.
Oh, so there's
I'm
actually
sorry,
a
what?
reason.
I was distracted.
Never mind.
Okay, Mike.
There's a reason for it then, okay.
Explosions, and she can control whatever fire she's created.
Mai consistently enters the King of Fighters tournaments to support her self-proclaimed fiancé, Andy Bogard.
Ah.
However, she has yet to win any major tournament, nor has she ever made a great impact in taking down the bosses.
Or taking down Andy.
She always does well, though, even joining Andy's award-winning team in 1999.
Even so, she ends up having to be rescued a lot, usually by
Okay.
Andy. But for some reason, I don't seem to mind.
Mai Shiranui of the Shiranui School must teach you a lesson.
All right, the combatants
just imagine
are
Boom
set.
6's reaction to
Let's end
that.
this debate once and for all.
In
Oh,
honor
right,
of
pausing.
Lance Double D's, here's a PSA from the NCAA Double
The National Campaign Against Drunk Driving.
D. Yep.
Pause. Okay, cool. Let's talk about this. So, I want to say right now, sorry, had the terrible urge to sneeze. Now that I'm back, I want to say about this, with Mai's outfit regarding the sensual distraction, I don't think that that's going to work against Chun-Li. Just because, again, Chun-Li's a woman. It might be a little distracting at first because it's like, hey, that's awfully skimpy, you whore, but then it's just gonna be like, you know, normal, I guess, because she's seen things like that before, I'm sure. Anyway, Mai focuses on single powerful attacks, whereas Chun-Li goes in for like fast combos and everything. And then they mentioned how Mai, you know, she has her powerful hits, but if she misses, then she's really vulnerable. She does have her fake outs, but I'm not sure if those will work quite as well. You know, like maybe once or twice, but then I think Chun-Li would catch on. And so it seems to me like Chun-Li has the advantage here because, you know, the sensual distraction won't really work on her. I feel like the fake outs might a couple times, but the hits that Mai will get in during those times, I don't think it will affect Chun-Li too poorly. Whereas Chun-Li is strong, but she focuses on really fast actions. So she is powerful herself, but she works with speed, and I think that the speed will really help her against Mai. I'm not sure how Chun-Li will handle the projectiles, assuming that they are going to have Mai use her steel fans a lot. That could be a bit of an issue. But Chun-Li does have like the, was it Kikoken? Is the Hadoken basically, but her own version, you know. She has that to her advantage, and that I think could really help, especially the super powerful one. I feel like that might be the takedown device that they're going to use. As you might have guessed, I think that Chun-Li is going to win this one. I might not have a ton of reasoning for that. I mean, I pretty much explained all the reasoning that I have, but I feel like she's more capable. Like, in this instance, against Mai, I think that she can just, you know, one-up her. Again, the powerful attacks, but if she misses, then, you know, she's vulnerable. And with Chun-Li's speed, I think that she could avoid the attacks pretty well. I think the fake outs will definitely help Mai, but I think that they can only help so much before you catch on and you're aware of the fake outs, you know, then you can prepare yourself. And that Chun-Li will, you know, maybe be hit, you know, by it a couple times, but then she'll smarten up. That's what I think. On top of that, just having those extra, like, the key attacks, chi or whatever, they say key, I thought it was chi. I think that that'll really help her, just because it gives her more versatility, you know, it gives her another way of attacking Mai. So, I'm gonna say Chun-Li's going to win, but let's see what happens. So I'll find where we resume, and we'll resume. Oh, this was worth watching.
It should be pretty obvious, but driving while drunk is one of the dumbest things
That was
you can
fun.
do. Every year, nearly 12,000 people die on the road from impaired driving.
Wow.
That's like if 30 jumbo jets crashed into each
Wow.
other.
The police are out in force this fall in a nationwide effort to crack down on DWIs, so drive sober or get pulled over.
Or get yourself a designated
There
driver.
you go.
Like Wiz here.
Come on, why do I always get stuck with
It's
this?
time for a death
Ah! Play! Yeah, here we go. I figured you should see that. It's an important message. Here we go. Go, Chun-Li! Prove me right. Well, so far, Mai's doing a good job. But I think things will turn around. We'll see. Come on, defy gravity. Do the helicopter thing. That was fun. There are the blades. Oh! Oh! They slow-moed it. That had to be powerful. Ooh. Oh, that was even more powerful, I think. Fake out. Gotcha. They're both doing well, it seems. Ow. Oh dear. Oh. Nope. I don't remember that whole fire thing. How'd that happen?
Chun-Li may be a bit tougher and quicker than Mai, and her professional training even prepared her for the fake-out routes. However, her arsenal pales in comparison to that of Mai's. With her pyrokinesis and steel fans, Mai had superior ranged and energy-based
goodness.
And while Chun's a beast in close quarters combat, her straightforward approach was a bad matchup against Mai's ninja training.
It was certainly a close match, but Mai's nimbleness and firepower eventually won out.
Chun-Li's never looked hotter.
The winner is Mai Shiranui.
Well, good job, Mai. Good job,
Have an
Mai.
idea for a death battle?
Okay,
Be
so
sure
we'll
to
stick
subscribe
around for
and
the
leave a
next
comment below.
time.
And next month, SCREWATTACK.com will be relaunching its website with more awesomeness.
Still
than
no
ever before.
t-shirt, by the way. I
Soon
checked
after Death
again.
Battle
I
will
can't
be
find
featured
one on eBay or
exclusively on
anything.
SCREWATTACK.
Are they gonna show next time? No? No, next time? What is this? Well, no next time, so we'll get straight into talking. This is gonna sound really rather bad, but with Mai, I did not remember her pyrokinesis at all. Once they mentioned it, I remember seeing the word pyrokinesis on the screen, or whatever, pyrokinetics, but I don't at all remember them talking about it. I must have been talking when that happened, but I completely missed that, and that does add to her arsenal, it really does. So, I can't disagree with the results necessarily. I thought that Mai's, key would have come, no, Chun-Li's key would have come more in handy than it seemed to have. She was gonna use it as her finisher, but then, Mai got out of the way and used the pyrokinesis as her finisher. But yeah, totally didn't see that coming. Completely either forgot or just didn't pay attention enough during the analysis to catch that fact. Yeah, that was pretty bad of me. But all the same, I'm not disappointed. I mean, once they explained it, it made sense. Once they mentioned the pyrokinesis fact, it made sense as to why she could win. I feel that Chun-Li's, professional training would have come a little more in handy too. Like, I feel like the battle would have been closer, but I guess it already was pretty close. I mean, if Mai hadn't rolled out of the way, then I think Chun-Li would have won. So, disregard that. It was a close fight. Mai just had that last hit that, pushed her over the edge, with that last move, that last ability. She was able to take the win. I can accept that. Besides, again, it's not like I knew either of the characters personally, so I don't really care who wins. And then just about the video itself, Boomstick, you are hilarious in your own perverted way. Just that one chuckle during the video, oh my gosh. So with all that, thanks for watching! I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, of course, feel free to like, comment, and if you're new, even subscribe. It means a lot, it really helps me out, and I would love to have you guys. So, tune in next time for my next video, and until then, take care.